We will continue with the second session. The next speaker, if you don't mind, Oscar López. Oh. He is the executive director of Campus Iberus, and he will present exactly this model of strategic aggregation for smart interregional cooperation, the Campus Iberus. I have to say that he has more than 20 years of experience in European policies and European management and cooperation.
So thank you very much, Anna. Thank you for the organization of this such interesting event. Thank you for the invitation, and thank you to the NCP WideNet. Well, this is a particular case, a reality on how we are doing things in a part of Spain that I will let you know. How we are strategic approach of several regions working together, and how we are dealing with these synergies between structural funds and H2020 funds. We have several examples, and I will give you a couple of them. First thing that I would like to say, it's about what we are. Well, we are, as it was said before, an aggregation, a grouping of 4 Spanish public universities in the northeast of Spain, right in the Ebro River Valley. So these are the University of Zaragoza, the Public University of Navarra, the University of Lleida, and the University of La Rioja. And one particular case in this campus of excellence is that each one of these universities belong to a different region in Spain. So we are placed in 4 different regions. So this is really challenging, and this is giving us a lot of opportunities to bring together 4 different risk-free strategies in Spain. Just to give you an approach, we are something like 60,000 students in total in the 4 universities, almost 4 doctoral students, 130 doctoral master degrees, 72 doctoral degrees, which means this aggregation provides us strength enough to be one of the biggest, let's say, universities in Spain. We also have a cross-border campus with the universities of Pau and Toulouse in the south of France, which belong to 2 different regions, Aquitaine and Midi-Pyrénées. So in total, we are working together 6 universities, 4 Spanish universities, plus 2 French universities belonging to 6 different regions. So this is challenging and crazy. So the main pillars where we are building our strategy of aggregation is precisely we are aggregating capacities of the 4 universities. I will let you know exactly what we are doing. We are specialized in several fields of knowledge, which obviously are in line with the research and education capacities of our 4 universities, plus the industrial capacity of our regions. And these are agro-food and nutrition, this is energy and also environment, technologies for health and cultural heritage. Okay? And also we are mainly based with an international focus in 3 main areas. The first one is the south of France, the cross-border campus, as I said before. Europe, as a natural place where we are, and also in 2 other places in the world, which are Asia, mainly in China at this stage, and also Latin America, and mainly at this stage in Colombia, as I will let you know. So in fact, Campus Iberus, this aggregation of 4 universities, is itself a smart specialization strategy between these 4 universities within these 4 regions, and I will let you know why. Well, I mean, our vision obviously is doing things together, taking advantage to optimize the use of resources, added value, facing challenging projects that couldn't be faced individually but by each one of the universities, but it is possible to do it by joining our forces, scaling up local projects in 1 university to the 4 universities, or even to the 6 universities if we add also the 2 French universities. So we are operating in the field of education, students, research and innovation, and internationalization. obviously, because we are a grouping of 4 universities, so what we are doing is in these main fields of activity. So what we are doing in education, well, things are as easy and as complex as joint master and doctoral programs between the 4 universities. This has a lot of sense at this stage, in this moment, in Spain and in Europe. We're also working in the harmonization of this master and doctoral offer in the 4 universities. It doesn't have sense to have the same master degree in the 4 universities without students. So we bring them together in just one joint master degree, for example. In the field of students, we are working to create joint regulations for students, mobility programs, to create just a unique university for students so that they can study in each one of the 4 universities as they will. Also things about employability. Internationalization, well, it's not very well seen the map, but well, we have our premises in Spain, obviously, in Zaragoza. We also have a delegation here in Brussels, right in the 6th floor. And also we have a delegation in Colombia, in Bogota, because we are now opening a very, very strong interaction with Latin American universities in Colombia, in Peru, in Ecuador. And this is part of our strategy, and this is also part of our smart specialization strategy. The internationalization, and it was a question before about this, and we are investing several funds, private-owned funds, and also structural funds for this internationalization in Latin America. Okay. And in research and innovation, what we are doing, and this is where I want to have a little bit more detail, we are bringing together research capacities from the 4 universities to build what we have called inter-university consortia, bringing together researchers from the 4 universities, bringing together research capacities, labs, for example, infrastructures, to build in very specific fields of knowledge, of activity, these inter-university clusters. At this stage, we have working 8 inter-university clusters, and we are now working to create 12 more. In total, this will mean something like 350 researchers from the 4 universities working together in very, very, very specialized fields of activity. For example, as it was mentioned before, olive oil, for example, we have a specific consortia built by researchers coming from the 4 universities, plus public administration, plus industry, local industry, working in this cluster in, for example, olive oil. We want them to be a reference at European level and international level to attract talent, to go for H2020 funds and so on. And see, this is the philosophy that we are working in. A specialization in very, very specific fields of activity and aggregation of capacities coming from the 4 universities and at the end coming from the 4 regions. So, as I say, in a couple of months' time, we will be 20 of these clusters, of these inter-university clusters in the fields of nutrition, energy, and technology for health. So we also have several international mobility programs for our researchers within these clusters. We are participating in some strategic European initiatives like the ERA, the Energy Initiative, the Bioindustry JTI, and so on. And also we have our own entrepreneurship program. Well, talking about the RIS3, as I said at the beginning, we have 4 RIS3 in our 4 regions. So this could be, let's say, challenging. At this moment, it's a mess because, as Rafael said, I mean, they are not being operative yet. I mean, we have had many problems in Spain at national level, at regional level, and so honestly, they are not being operative at this stage to the extent that we can use them as, let's say, a structural way of funds our projects. So, but if you look at the 4 smart specialization strategies in the 4 regions, the 4 of them talk about agri-food, energy and environment, and health. So it is obviously a priority in this area in the area of Campus Iberus, this is obvious because we are sharing the same territory, we are sharing the same industry, we are sharing the same knowledge and research capacities. So it is obvious that the four of them has these three common elements. And if you remember, these three are part of Campus Iberus' smart specialization strategy. And the four smart specialization strategy of our regions talk about research, they talk about innovation, entrepreneurship, internationalization, and interregional cooperation, the four of them. And they were done independently, obviously, as for independent regions in Spain. So what we have done is, taking advantage of this, we have created our own smart specialization strategy at this university level, bringing also industry involved. So this is something like Magda said at the beginning, how we are using in our research and innovation strategy the mix of structural funds, private funds, H2020 funds. This is like a sandwich. I mean, this is the lower slide of bread, this is the upper slide of bread, this is the burger or cheese or whatever you want. So the first thing is we are using these structural funds plus own funds plus private funds. These private funds coming from financial institutions and also coming from industry, mainly from financial institutions. And we are funding through structural funds, the networking, the capacity building, the consortium building for being strong enough to apply for H2020 projects. Working in H2020 projects, we get H2020 funds, we also provide own funds for the implementation of these projects. We implement research and innovation activities, talent attraction, and finally, again, through a structural fund, we are using for communication, exploitation of the results coming from this. So this is like something like the timeline of the project. And so we have built our strategy following the timeline of a project. Before the project, during the project, after the project, okay? These are two real cases. We have our research and innovation action plans, which this is something like these are our smart specialization strategy. We have one for agro-food, we have another one for energy, and we have at this stage another one for technologies for health, where we identify the action lines where we are working together, okay? In this case, we selected one of the lines, which was nutrition. We launched a call between our universities, and we built 4 inter-university consortia in things related to functional food. Okay, one of these consortia was funded by Campus Iberus with between 10 and 20,000 euros to, let's say, build the interaction between researchers, to start working together, to apply for a European Territorial Cooperation Fund. In this case was a POCTEFA, which is one of the interreg modalities for cooperation between the south of France and the north of Spain. This consortium got a project, got something like 250,000 euros for implementing a project which was precisely be prepared to create synergies, to create a consortium, and to build a project proposal for an H2020 call. So this was the way. So with 15,000 euros, we got 250,000 euros. And then with an H2020, which was a research and innovation proposal, we are aiming at this moment to get something like 1 million euro. So this was the way where we are bringing together own and private funds, own funds, 15,000, 250,000 coming from structural funds, and something like 1 million euro from H2020, okay? And just the last one is, the previous one was related to a research and innovation, research activity, and this is related to an innovation activity, which has the same beginning, our smart specialization strategy, the combination in this case of the 3 areas. We are building a university-industry interaction under the DEMOLA, which is an initiative of university-industry interaction by bringing students to work together with industry to solve challenges. So, with own funds, we have created this university-industry interaction model. We are now developing these new innovation projects, which are built on a basis of creativity, co-creation, and entrepreneurship. We have these innovative results coming from these projects. Industry is funding in this moment. Okay, these are own funds, private funds, and when we get these results, we are now going for new research and innovation projects through Horizon 2020. We are going for new spin-off companies, and we are going also for new products and services for company. So again, H2020 funds, and in this case, private funds. And this is all for building our new innovative ecosystem in the Ebro Valley. So it was a very, very quick example in how we are using a combination of own funds, private funds, public funds coming from structural plus H2020 funds. I think I'm running out of time. Thank you very much.